I'm coming to you today with a very important announcement. It's officially okay to have brownies for breakfast. Okay, so maybe not the type of brownies that you are thinking of, but today's video is all about my rediscovery of a brand that you guys have seen all over my Instagram lately and in some of my What I Ate vlogs, Eat Me Guilt Free. Eat Me Guilt Free is a baked goods company that boasts a stellar carb to protein ratio, and it is no lie. There is at least 20 grams of protein in these brownies, and they have all different flavors, and they're just my latest obsession. If we're being completely honest, they're my latest obsession. We are talking. You want to know how high the obsession level is with this? It's real high. First of all, I was originally going to do a new in food series that was going to talk about the Eat Me Guilt Free brownies, and then I realized I'd probably spend so much time on this product alone within that video that I should probably just give it its own video. So today was a completely improvised video because I was like, this is just not gonna work. We can't have that. So first, I knew that I was gonna be talking about them for far too long. They deserved their own dedicated video. Secondly, yes, Eat Me Guilt Free did in fact send me 2 boxes of product for me to try for use in a review video or blog post or on Instagram or something. But that happened only after I reintroduced myself to the brand, purchased a box on my own, fell back in love with them, became a monthly subscriber, purchased several more boxes, and then reached out to them on Instagram and said, hey, I freaking love your product. Do you want to work together? Let's do something. And they're like, okay. And then they sent me a couple different flavors that I have not tried yet to try. And then, as I am almost through my entire stash, I may or may not have placed another 3-box order yesterday. The obsession with this brand is real. So today I'm here to tell you all about Eat Me Guilt Free, what the flavors are like, the Points Plus and Smart Points breakdown for everything, as well as calorie and protein content, which ones I think are worth purchasing, and which ones I think you can probably pass on. This is the full, complete rundown of Eat Me Guilt Free, and I'm really excited to share this with you. First, I want to be completely transparent with you. This is my second go around with this company. I cannot remember how long ago it was. It was probably at least 3 or 4 years, I think, that I actually reached out to them when they first started showing up in the diet food industry and whatnot. And I was like, hey, I'm an influencer. I would like to try out your product. What do you think? And they sent me something, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I hated it. I absolutely hated the product. I thought it was disgusting. I thought I would rather have a real brownie, forget the protein, whatever. So I ate the stuff. I never did a review, and I didn't think of them ever again. And then fast forward to recent months, to the last year or so, I saw them reemerge, and I saw them gain popularity and rapidly. And I saw people who I know personally start to eat them and become obsessed with them. And I'm like, but these were terrible. These were absolutely terrible. So why is everybody so obsessed with them? So I was like, you know what? I'm a professional now. I need to do this for the sake of the community and let them know what's up. So I placed a huge order, 5-box bundle, 100 some odd dollars. And I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go all in, try all the flavors, get the best value for my money, whatever. So I bought this bundle, and I started with the Galaxy Brownie, which my sister, of all people, had been eating, and she's like, you'll love it. I promise you, you'll love it. Guess what? I loved it. It was bomb. So I messaged the company and I was like, hey, so I had your products a couple years ago and I quite frankly did not like them. Did you guys reformulate? Yes. Yes, they did. They reformulated, and the reformulation is perfection. It is everything I've ever needed in a protein brownie. So just so you know, like, this was a company I was not a fan of for a very, very long time because I had a terrible experience, and now obsessed. They fixed their problem and everything is awesome. So that being said, let's get into the flavors. I am only going to share with you my thoughts on the flavors that I have tried. I do have a handful of them here to show you. Let's see. We have Tuxedo, Birthday Cake, Plain Old Blondie, Galaxy Brownie, Peanut Butter Bliss Brownie, and Red Velvet. Those are all of the flavors I currently have in my possession. I used to have more, but I kind of ate them all. Whoops. So here's what I thought I would tell you. I legitimately did a breakdown of all of the flavors I have tried, and I'm going to tell you about them. Their macros, all that jazz. So the first thing you need to know is the primary source of the protein in this brownie is wheat protein. And one of the secondary ingredients is egg white, which yes, egg white is like a thing you use in baking, but it's also a good source of protein. So those items specifically are what makes the protein content so high. Another thing you should know is while there's real sugar in this product, there's coconut sugar in it, there is also traces of erythritol and stevia. They are down at the bottom of the ingredients list. There are no sugar alcohols listed on the nutritional information, but they are in the ingredients list. Now, that being said, you guys know I have a passionate dislike for copious amounts of erythritol. These have not bothered me digestively at all. And erythritol and I do not have a good relationship. So whatever amount is in these brownies is not enough to upset my stomach. Even if I consume something else with a higher level of erythritol in it for the day, it appears that stacking an Eat Me Guilt-Free brownie on top of that other thing does not upset my digestive system. So I'm not sure how much erythritol or stevia is in this, but know that there are sugar alcohols in this product. And one more fun thing that you should know is this company is women-owned, and I love being able to support a women-owned brand. All right, so let's jump in, shall we? First, let's start off with the basics about these brownies. You will either get a brownie that is blondie based or like chocolate brownie based. So you can purchase just the originals, the plain old, no flavor modification base products. This is the blondie. The plain blondie is 170 calories, 22 grams of protein, and get this, 4 points on both Points Plus and Smart Points. As I was calculating this earlier, it was actually really fun to see how many times the points values was the same, even though Smart Points and Points Plus are calculated completely differently. The only time I really noticed that happening is if something is extremely high in fiber, which knocks down the Points Plus value, or if something is extremely high in sugar and or protein, which will skew the Smart Points value. Other than that, if they're pretty balanced in terms of macros, you will find with a lot of foods that Points Plus and Smart Points are the same when there's not a lot of sugar involved. It's very, very interesting. So the blondie is 4 points on all plans across the board. And quite frankly, if we're being completely honest, the blondie is actually my least favorite of all the products of theirs that I have tried. It's just, the flavor is growing on me, and they are a little bit of an acquired taste for some. So it's less of an alarming, I don't really love this. But this is something that I tend to doctor up. I tend to put some cinnamon sugar on it, top it with some peanut butter or something like that, just to give it a little something extra, because it's definitely not my preference to eat this one alone. Next up, we have the plain brownie, and this is just your base level, nothing added in it, chocolate brownie. It is 180 calories, 22 grams of protein, and 4 points across the board once again. This one, while the least enthralling of all of them, is actually a pretty decent brownie. Like, it's actually pretty good, and for saving myself the extra point, because a lot of these are 5 points plus instead of 4, I will eat the plain brownie. One of the things I really like to do with that bad boy is to microwave it and put a scoop of ice cream on top of it. Oh yes. Oh yes. Next up, we have chocolate peanut butter. This guy is 180 calories, 22 grams of protein, 5 points plus, and 4 Smart Points. This one, quite frankly, did not wow me at all. This is one that I would give away and take the plain brownie for instead. Yes, it's supposed to have like peanut butter chips in here or something, but there is zero peanut butter flavor in my opinion. It's just not one I'm excited about. This one, I'm like, if I need the peanut butter flavor, I'll put some peanut butter on top of it to bring out that peanut butter flavor, or I might have made a really wicked peanut butter buttercream frosting, not diet friendly, and slapped some of that on top of this, and that was awesome. But by itself, it just leaves something to be desired. So don't purchase this and think you're going to get an overwhelmingly chocolate peanut butter flavor, because you're not. Next up is one that I really enjoyed, and you're only going to enjoy this if you like this particular flavor, and that is the pistachio one. The pistachio flavored is a blondie base, and it tastes like pistachios and also has real pistachio nuts in there, which is fantastic. Pistachio is 210 calories, 22 grams of protein, 5 points plus, and 6 smart points. So here the things are reversed, and the protein does not save you the smart point, but because of the higher fat content due to the nuts, you get the extra smart point in there. So 5 points plus, 6 smart points. Highly, highly, highly recommend. This is one of the boxes that I have ordered most recently and is en route to me as we speak. Next up is Red Velvet. This is one of the flavors that they sent me a box of, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad they did. This one is surprisingly moist. Some of them have a little bit drier texture than others. This one is so moist, so good. I fell in love with this the instant I tried it. And I am known for loving red velvet things, but I have been so obsessed with red velvet for so long that I had to like take a step back from it because I was like, too much red velvet all the time, can't do it. And so I didn't order this one because I was like, well, I know I like red velvet. Let me try something I know I might love. Turns out I love the red velvet one. This one is amazing. Tastes just like red velvet. We've got the white chocolate chips in there. It's just on point. This one is 210 calories, 20 grams of protein, 5 points plus, 6 smart points. Then we have cinnamon toast. Cinnamon toast left a little something to be desired. Like, it's almost right there. It's a little bit cinnamony. I can see that it's so much more than just the blondie base, but they could have taken it a little step further. This one tastes a lot better if you heat it up in the microwave for a couple of seconds. Whatever it is that does brings out the flavor of the cinnamon, and if you really wanted to, you could top it with a little bit more cinnamon sugar, and that just kind of brings it out all the more and makes it really, really tasty, actually. So it's not my favorite, but it actually is pretty good. If I ended up with some, I wouldn't be angry about it. 170 calories, 22 grams of protein, 4 points plus, and 4 smart points. Next up is the Tuxedo Brownie. Tuxedo Brownie is the chocolate brownie base with white chocolate chips in it, and it's fine. It's great. Is it my favorite? No. Is it as disappointing as the peanut butter? No. So this one is like sits solidly in the middle for me. Happy to have it. This is the other box that they sent me. Happy to have it, probably won't repurchase on my own. 210 calories, 23 grams of protein, 5 points plus, 6 smart points. Birthday cake. This is one that I ordered originally because I was like, everyone says this one is so good. And it did not blow me away. But now that I have gotten used to like the flavor of the plain blondies and things like that, this one tastes better with me over time than it did when I first tried it. So it's not like an overwhelming yay birthday cake flavor, but it's good and I prefer it over the plain blondie. Birthday cake is 190 calories, 22 grams of protein, 5 points plus, and 4 smart points. And the last one that I can attest to is my love, my joy, and my absolute favorite, and that is the Galaxy Brownie. Galaxy Brownie is what got me hooked. My sister's like, you have to order them. It smells just like a little Debbie cosmic brownie, and she even really enjoyed it. And my sister's not a huge fan of chocolate either, but she's like, I took 2 bites. She goes, it's chocolatey, it's rich, it's exactly what you need. So this is what I ordered, and she was right. She was 100% right. It was so stinking delicious that I've gone through 3. I think that with this next order, it'll be my 3rd box of these brownies since I started ordering from this company again. I'm obsessed with these. Obsessed with these. Never want to be without these again in my life. 190 calories, 22 grams of protein, 5 points plus, and 5 smart points. I have also tried a couple of the flavor of the month. So every month they release a secret flavor, but it's not so secret because if you actually look on the website, the flavors are in fact listed on the website for the year. So I did subscribe this month to the flavor of the month because all of the flavors sounded really, really good. And the flavor of the month comes at a little bit of a discount, and it's auto shipped every month, and I'm super pumped about it. But my sister has been subscribing to that since before me. She's a couple months ahead of me, and she's been so gracious to give me a couple of each time. You know, if I come through in Chicago, she saves me a couple and hands them to me as I'm swinging by or something. And because of that, I've tried their passion fruit. Was it passion fruit? That the first one tasted fine. The second one tasted funky to me. And so that immediately turned me off from the rest of them. So I was like, nope, no thanks, which is fine. Not all flavors are gonna resonate with me, and that's totally okay. The next month was lemon lavender. That one was a blondie based, and it was so good. It was absolutely delicious. And then last month they did cotton candy, which I was super wary of because I was like, oh, cotton. I was trying to like marry the cotton candy rich sugar flavor with the blondie flavor that tastes kind of like a protein bar, and like in my head it wasn't working. I don't know what it is they did to this thing, but not only is it beautiful, but it tasted phenomenal. It just kind of enhanced the blondie in such a way that like it was just sweet enough that it tasted amazing, but it didn't taste like cotton candy. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that might disappoint some people, but I personally loved it, and it was only 4 points plus. So my next time around, I might see, as long as they put it in as a permanent flavor, which they might have. I looked today and they might have. I will probably be ordering cotton candy the next time around. So my bottom line is I'm obsessed with this company. I just can't get enough of them. I never want to be without them. And I'm not just saying that because they sent me 2 boxes. Like I said, they might have sent me 2 boxes, but I'm pretty sure I've purchased 9 or 10 boxes on my own. So this is in no way like I'm not biased about it. You all know I'm gonna tell it like it is. The blondie, you can pass on. The birthday cake is okay. The peanut butter, you can pass on. But there are some that you should not pass on. Red velvet, Galaxy, pistachio, cotton candy. They're all so stinking good, and I'm so excited to see how they do the flavors of the month going forward. Now, if I haven't already convinced you that you need to try these brownies, I'm gonna sweeten the deal a little bit. I actually went over and asked them because so many people were asking me if I had a discount code, and my answer was no, sorry, I don't. So finally, I decided to man up and ask for one. And you know what? They gave me one. So if you use the code Diva and the Divine, you can get 10% off one of your purchases of their baked goods. So it is a great time for you to go ahead and try these for yourself and see if you in fact like the protein brownies as well. Seriously, my favorite thing about them is if I eat one for breakfast, I don't feel guilty about it. Like there have been many days, and maybe this is good and maybe this is not, many days that I've had one for breakfast and had one as a dessert at the end of the day. Like, is that too much? I don't know, but oh, I love them so much. There are my thoughts on the Eat Me Guilt-Free brand. I haven't tried everything, but I've tried a lot of it, and I'm a huge, huge fan. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried this company before, and if you like them, do you dislike them? Do you have a favorite flavor or a flavor that you want to warn people to stay away from? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, if you want me to do more just straight up brand reviews, let me know. This is something I don't often do in terms of just taking one brand and breaking it all down. But if it's something you guys are interested in, it's something I'd be willing to do more often. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!